Hey there, Facebook and Instagram and YouTube and whatnot. Just wanted to come real quick and give you guys an update of what's going on, and I don't know, just kind of fill you in and maybe even ask for some help if you have the time. I sure could appreciate some input at this point. I came to this farm in July, and before that, I've been in and out of homelessness for, well, since about 2015, I would say. Um, I've been doing everything I can to try and get off the street, man. I left a toxic relationship, work environment, and living situation all rolled into one. And I literally left with my service dog, my bags, and what I could carry, and have been trying to scratch back ever since. You know, um, I was pretty excited when I got here, and through no fault of mine or um, really just things aren't working out. Uh, Things aren't working out. Let's just leave it at that. It's not. Things aren't what they should have been to be able to make what I'm doing work. Some of that is my decisions and my mistakes. Others are beyond my control. But without speaking ill of anybody, there's some dynamics that aren't exactly the healthiest, and that's really been my problem. And really, something that I need help with is I'm seeing this cycle of being in a dire situation, thinking that I'm not going to make it through, and then right at the last minute, someone comes through and says, "Hey, I got you. You know, you can come. I'll take. Get what you need to get on your feet." And whether it's different situations throughout the gamut over the last 5 years, but I keep running into these situations where I'm dealing with toxicity, and it's not something that I'm really going to stand for or accept. At the same time, I understand that being in the position that I'm in, sometimes you have to just suck it up and deal with things, but there's a difference between having a disagreement and talking to someone like they're a piece of trash. And I keep running across the ladder. And I also keep running across, goalposts being moved, and basically the fact of the matter is that I'm really not in one spot long enough to get anything going, and it is just exasperating isn't even the word. Um, I made a mistake in 2012, and until I pay off some fines with the DMV, I don't have a license. So being able to move freely and do anything to get myself out of this situation is just hung up on that. Um, since 2015, I think the longest I've stayed in one spot is about 6 months. But throughout all this, I've done everything I can to keep going and keep learning and keep trying to do what I can to better myself, whether it be try to find a piece of land to farm, or work on somebody else's farm to you know stay in light and be immobile so that I have to move my tent to another campsite. I mean, I don't know what else I can do on my own, and I don't have a support system of people that can or will help. And that's not, I'm not throwing shade, and I'm not trying to talk bad about anyone. It's just, it's what it is. Whether or not somebody has the means to help, I'm thankful for the people that have, but if you look at it objectively, it's a band-aid at best. A couple months to save, a couple dollars to save to spend when I get to the next place. And I don't know what to do. Do I Do I go try and find another farm on another job and hope that things are cool interpersonally and just cross my fingers and hope that it'll work out so that I don't have to move? Or do I say scrap the farm thing and move on and just focus on trying to get the license back and get into some sort of steady housing? I mean, I don't know what to do, man. I really don't know what to do, and I'm trying, and I'm at a loss. So, um, if you're willing, I need advice. And before I take that advice, I need to set some parameters. I don't need to know what I should have done on whatever year or whatever mistake that I've made in the past. I don't need that, all right? I know in 2012 I screwed up. It's my own fault. I accept responsibility for it, but I'm still reaping the results of that. And I'm still not at a place to get beyond that, right? I've been on the street for 5 years, yeah, but I'm not going to live in a toxic and abusive environment and put up with that. So I would still make that same decision. I would just make it a lot sooner in hindsight. What would you do if you were in my situation right now, right here, with the factors that are affecting me? What would you do? All right. I have a service dog that either needs to come with me everywhere I go, or I need a place to keep him while I'm working, assuming I can find work that is safe enough to do in the middle of a pandemic. All right. I need to know what to do with him while I'm working, or if I'm not, how to find a place that I can keep him while I'm working. All right. What do I do about the housing situation? You know, if I go and get another live on site farm job, that's great. But again, I'm back in the same situation. If they decide that they don't like me and that I bug them, or that things just aren't working out, and you know, it could even be in an amicable situation, I'm still at the whim of that landowner and deciding whether or not I can work and live and make any kind of income. So there's that power dynamic. How do I find people that are going to do what they say they're going to do and have that integrity and also treat me with the respect that I deserve? I'm not asking to be treated special. I'm not asked to be treated better than anyone else. I just need to be treated like you would treat somebody that, you know, you actually care about and respect. I don't think that's too much to ask for, but for some reason, when you're homeless and people, it's stigmatized to the point that people think they can just talk to you any kind of way. And I'm sorry, but if it takes living in a tent for the rest of my life to not have to deal with that, it'll be a shorter one, but I'm not gonna accept that. It's just not something that I can do. So there's a difference between a disagreement and treating someone like they're trash. So anyway, I'm a little long-winded today. I could use any well wishes or ideas or thoughts. I can tell you that I'm not going to be able to make it in Pennsylvania in the winter on the street. So I got to figure something out. The decision's already been made that I'm not going to continue here in the spring. And I think it's only right that I figure out what I'm doing and where I'm going as soon as possible. So if there's anyone out there that has any advice or can offer any help, I'm still interested in farming. I'd love to have a market garden somewhere. If somebody has the infrastructure and the funding to be able to help me do that, I know how to grow the food and sell the food. I have been building up the clientele here. It was going steady and things were on the right path. So if somebody knows of anyone that would be willing to help with that project, I'm still up for it. Other thoughts are, I've always been into sports cards and collectibles. There's ways to do that light without carrying too much product, but again, I need a place to sleep at night, and you know, I need to know where my next meal is coming from, and I don't know what to do. So anyway, I'll stop blabbering for today. Love you all. Wish you well. I know we're all going through something, so if you need a friend or anyone to talk to, I'm also here for you, okay? All right, guys. Love you. Bye.